Hello, buddy. Hello, buddy, and welcome to Breakfast with Jeff. This is called Messed Up. This is called Real World 2. This is just a follow-up video show from the West Real World episode that you can see on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, if you have Google, here's another thing you can do. Type in Breakfast with Jeff, space, Real World, and you just check it out, and it'll be right up there for you. A lot of concerns, a lot of things that I'm concerned about. Some things when I think about the real world, people don't seem to understand a little bit. They think that, look at the way people are treated. Some people are treated poorly than others are treated. And today was a good point. Basically, I'm someone who basically, I'd be judged. I don't look and act and be the way that people want me to be. People tell me I should change the way I am. I have an illness but I cannot control. But naturally, the world that we live in I cannot understand that. So they expect me to change. They expect me to take a little tiny pill. It's just going to make me just like that, snap, crackle, pop, it's gone. It don't work that way. When you go through something traumatic, it don't work that way. You don't just snap your fingers and there it goes, it's gone. It don't work that way. You don't think people are scarred if they go through something traumatic? They're not scarred. They don't get scars on them. Well, I'm sorry to say, it works that way. The point is, people got to understand the way the real world works. And in this video, I'm going to be more than happy to tell you the way the real world works. Real world number one. You look a certain way. You act a certain way. You talk a certain way. You breathe a certain way. You understand what you're saying? If they don't like the way you look, they will turn you in and they'll make you and be the way they want you to be. The biggest thing about me is this illness. They tell me I need to have a grip on this illness. Well, what you don't seem to understand, it just does not work that way. You go through something traumatic, it does scar you. It does give you scars, and you can't just get rid of them by popping a pill. Think about it. Seriously, think really hard about this. If everything in life was that easy, just taking a simple pill, boom, there would be a lot of people in America that would be just dandy. All the rapists and the murderers are just, boom, they'll just be all happy because, why? All this good stuff is gone. You don't have to worry about having these urges to shoot somebody or have these urges. Think about it. Look at the world we live in. You hear how many times you hear about planes crashing and hear about shootings and all this stuff. But that's right. You just take a pill and it's gone. All those things you see, they just don't exist no more. Well, that's a pretty good world to be in. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. I like to Big Bear would say, I'm afraid I got some bad news. The bad news is, it just don't work that way. If you honestly think that you can act and look and be something that you want to be, it don't work that way. Somebody always has something to be much better than that. See, today, I was proved that I'm not the high class. I'm the low class. I don't look, talk, speak the way that people want me to be. And that's the world we live in. Do you really think that a nice guy finished last? Not in the real world. In the real world, people like to take advantage of you, and they think it's great. If you step up for yourself, you're doing harassment. No, it's called sticking up for yourself and not getting screwed by a company. Think about it. It's like this. It's like you go and return a library book. It's been due about a year, and all of a sudden you owe $500 for a book. Screwing you. You really think a book is worth $500? No. It's just the world trying to suck money out of you, just like everything else. They just don't understand. It just does not work that way. The world we live in doesn't work that way. And Sunday afternoon, people around the world don't want to work. You act like your bills just stop. on Sunday. They don't come on Sunday. They say, well, we're not going to bother sending them a bill because it's Sunday. Don't work that way. In the real world, bills come whenever they feel like coming. And they expect you to pay them at a certain time because that's the way things work. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a company that said pay when you get the money? That'd be great. Nobody would have past due balances because they can pay when they get to pay. What if somebody doesn't have money? But if somebody doesn't have money and they don't have that much money, you can't do it. Then the work can make you do something to earn money. That's like when you go to a restaurant. You know what? Before you get that food, you have to pay for it. No. Why don't you give me the food first and let me eat it? If I think it's worth, and then I'll pay you what it's worth. Do I really think a burger is worth $20? No. But I would say the burger would be worth, if it tastes good, it would be worth $5, $6. Think about it. It's crazy. It's like that show. I watched the show. I can't remember what it was. But this guy walked into a store and he was going to buy himself a can of pop. Now, how much do you think that can of pop would cost? Well, they figured that the can of pop would cost about 95 to $1, right? Well, that guy said, you're out of your goddamn mind. So he went out and took out and threw down, he had 50, 60 cents in his pocket. He said, here, it's 60 cents. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not it. The pop is $1. Who's ever heard of a pop being over $1? Well, welcome to the new world. Pop is more than $1. Hot pop is $2, $3. 12 packs are $4 or $5. So yeah, welcome to the real world. Everything is not the way it was back in 1975. You know, you can't go back to 1975. You can't go back and find a gas station where you pay like 5 cents for gas. Don't work that way no more. Welcome to the real world. And you know what you blame? This worthless pile of crap company, pile of crap place that you call Made in America. I mean, you really think that this is all great? I mean, yeah, I admit, thanks to people I can go and speak and say what I want to say. But think about this. You can't say what you want to say because they do ridicule you. They do judge you. If you have something on your mind, they do judge you. They judge you. If you talk a certain way, they don't like it. They're going to put you there and do something about it. Think about it. If it was a free country, I could walk right up to a police officer and say he's full of shit. Or full of crap, excuse me. Sorry. Full of crap. And you know what? And that guy would just laugh it off and leave. But it don't work in the real world. The real world, you do that, they throw you in a cell so fast to make your head spin. But that's a real world. That's freedom. You know, you can't say what you want to say without somebody ridiculing you. You can't do what you want to do because people don't like the way you do everything. Sorry to disappoint you. But welcome to the real world. Welcome to a world where things just don't work the way you want them to. Let me give you an idea of what the real world looks like. Number one, if you look, speak, talk a certain way, they judge you. They don't like you, you think you look a little bit evil, they will turn around and they'll turn you in and go to the proper authorities and make you think like you're not good enough. Number two, the real world we live in, gas is almost $4 a gallon. Back in that, it was a nickel a gallon. Welcome to the real world. Real world. You could go and do whatever you want to do and nobody would ridicule you. Welcome to the real world where everybody ridicules. Everybody has something they have to say. If I went down and told the cops that some guy was shooting an alien, they would believe me. They wouldn't believe anybody else I was saying it, but they would believe me. Oh my goodness, you know, this guy says it's an alien. We better call the mob squad because it's official. Too bad you're just too stupid to realize that when the World War II or whatever came up, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. If you had actually opened your mind up a little bit, there would never have been a World War II. But of course, this is the United States of America. They don't do anything because they're too stupid to. And the reason why I'm complaining so much about this is because I sit here and I scratch my head. And I think of all the people who lost their lives, and for what? A country that is still prejudiced, a country that still judges people, a country that's not free. You can't say what you want to say without somebody judging you. I went out, all I did that day that I got in trouble was just trying to tell people to clean this mess up. I don't like seeing crap all over the floor. I don't like seeing toilet paper strung all over the bathroom. That is a public bathroom, and it looked like junk. And you know what? I'm sorry that I had to tell the truth. I know the truth hurts. Nobody likes to hear the truth, but that's just how it is. But you know, it's kind of convenient that after all the smoke clears, the bathroom is nice and clean. Probably because nobody likes to be sitting on a toilet seat that's covered in crap. See, once again, the nice guy prevails. The nice guy goes through all this crap to simply make other people have something nice. You're welcome. And then, of course, I can't sit in my chair and I can't have a conversation about something without somebody judging me. And let me explain. I'm going to get this through that somebody these thick skulls. Do you really think for a minute that you can just take a little tiny pill and just give it to me and it's just going to go just like that, just like shutting off a light? It don't work that way. It don't work that way. You think everything has got to be cured by something. It doesn't work that way. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not saying I don't want. Do I want to get this taken care of? No, sure. I might as well change the way I dress. I might as well change the way I think. I better change the way I talk. I better change the way I might as well change everything then. Because if you guys have problems with something simple as that, then I can imagine what else you have problems with. Maybe the place that I live in ain't good enough, or maybe the car that we drive is not good enough, or maybe some of the clothes that we wear just ain't fancy enough. Welcome to the world. People judge you no matter what you look like or what you do. They just don't like the way you are. And that's how it is. This is what the real world looks like, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, you know, I don't know what world you live in, but I learned a couple things. Number one, the real world doesn't work like you think it does. The real world is real. It's dang real. The number one thing I think about is, you know what? Here's what you got to understand. If you look a certain way, you talk a certain way, you breathe a certain way, you have your hairstyle a certain way, they don't like you. You just don't qualify in their realm. But you know what? Of course, it's a little bit different if you happen to be a guy who's perfectly and everything like that. So resolution? There isn't any. There's no such thing as taking a little pill and everything's going to be peaches and cream. It don't work that way. You know, I admit I would sit here and I'll take a pill just to humor stuff, but it just ain't going to work for me. And you can say, well, you can tell them that it don't work. Why should I tell them it don't work? It don't work. Simple as that. Why am I going to go through 25 minutes? Oh, I'm going to give you this pill. Oh, I'm going to give you that pill. You think it's really going to help me any? It ain't going to do nothing. You know, let me explain. Where does this all come from? Right up here. The brain tells you what to say. And the brain tells me, calm down, Jeff. Calm down. It's not no damn pill. It's just you have a left sensor up here to say, calm down, Jeff. Calm down. There's no damn pill that's going to make your mind change like that. It doesn't work that way. I mean, think about it. If that's the case, then why isn't murderers, rapists, car thieves, all these people, why don't they have this stuff? Why aren't they taking this stuff to make their minds just go all good? Because there's no such thing. You can't make somebody just change just because you think they can. It's all up in here. I changed because I chose to change, not because of a pill. So that's as far as that goes. So, where do I go from here? Well, to be respectful to Sam, I will humor myself. I will go down to my doctor's appointment and I'll go and I'll talk to him and tell him what's going on. But I'm not going to hold my breath on some miracle drug that's going to change me after 20 years. I mean, come on. Really? Stop being so damn dumb and start using your brains a little bit. But you know, that's no. Like I said, it's okay. I will go down to the doctor. I'll go see him. I'll tell him what's going on. I'm not going to hold my breath on anything because I don't really believe there's such thing as a pill that just stops everything. It doesn't work that way. The only reason why I was so up here and all of a sudden I'm down here is because I chose to do that. I chose to calm myself down, relax. There's no reason to get all cranked up. And then besides, anytime I get cranked up, it's only because it's been instigated. Somebody has to light a fuse for me to blow up. And I'm sorry, when you got a bathroom that smells like crap and it's got toilet paper stringed all around the thing, I think you got a little bit of a problem. When you go to a place and everybody's got to stare at you, they just can't leave themselves alone. That's the problem with people. Nobody can just mind their own goddamn business. I don't sit here and stare at you. I don't sit here and look at you and pay attention to everything you do because I don't give a damn what you do. So don't give a damn what I do. I can sit here and pick my goddamn nose all day, and it should have no idea why it's happening because it's none of your damn business. And for me to sit here and change, for me to sit here and stop and say, okay, I'm going to do this, is for me to just absolutely change the entire aspect of who I am. This is who I am. I'm not perfect by any means. I live a life the way I live a life. I'm fully aware of how my life is. I am. I learned that I have an illness where I speak to myself. Deal with it. I have an illness where I have a brain thing, where I got a problem, where I sit here and get upset. Gee, my father just passed away and everybody's turned their back on me and pissed all over me. Excuse me that I have a little bit of anger stuck up in there. Oh well, give me every pill under the sun and see if you can get me to calm down. Yeah, drug me up until I pass out. That's a good way to get me to calm down. So I just don't know. All I know is that the world we live in, it just doesn't work the way you want it to. There's no such thing as you do whatever you do, because it doesn't work that way. I want people to understand, if you live in a world where you get up every morning, it's sunshiny and it's bright outside and everything's great, you just smell the flowers and they smell so pretty. Well, let's tell you how the real world, when you wake up, looks like. You wake up and you listen to a little screaming. You just listen to a little kid just screaming as loud as they can. And if that doesn't bother you, then how about we throw in a lawnmower? Let's have that go on top. And if that just ain't good enough for you, how about having a big, loud, honking train? So you got the train, you got the screaming, you got the lawnmower running, and maybe we're throwing a emergency alarm that goes up and goes. So let me see, about 8 different things going on. And I'd say that you're just kind of relaxing, enjoying the day, and you hear the phone go ring, 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 ring. That's the world you live in. And then you pick up that phone and you wonder who it is, and you think it's somebody, all right. It's some, hello, please wait. And then you wait and it hangs up on you. So all that stuff you got to go through in the real world. You got to deal with people like that. You got to deal with people that make noises, that people that scream and holler. And that's the world you live in. See, if you live in the world where you get up and everything's smelling so perfect and wonderful, then you're living in the wrong world. Because the world that we live in, the world that is lived in, just doesn't work that way. Sorry. That just doesn't work that way. So, I'm not changing. You don't like what you see, that's your problem. I don't care if you see, I have all the quotes about, do you think this is okay? Do I think this is okay? No, I don't think it's okay, but I'm not going to dramatize it. I look at it like this. I look at it as somebody's judging me. I don't live the way they want me to live, so that's the reason why it's not okay. Do I think it's okay? Yeah, I do. You know why I think it's okay? Because I didn't do a damn thing wrong. It isn't against the law for me to talk. You know what? If you don't like what I say, don't listen to me. Nobody forces you to listen to me. I don't sit here and stare at you all damn day. I don't sit here and look at you all day. Maybe I should. These guys look like a bunch of pigs. But I ain't going to say that nasty, mean stuff because I'm not that way. So what? So I have one little problem. Oh no, Let's just call the mob squad because I got one problem that doesn't even hurt anybody. But I'm just supposed to change who I am because people don't like it. Well, this is how it is, and that's how it's going to be, so deal with it. As I just said, the real world that we live in right now, the real world we live in, you do what you got to do, you play what you got to play, and you play the game the way you got to play the game. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of people telling me how to live. It ain't gonna happen. I have these issues I deal with, and I deal with them. That's as simple as that. I don't think there's no law against me talking to myself. Just because people don't understand it, people don't ask about it, that's their problem. But I can talk to the trees, I can talk to the fans, I can talk to the TV, I can talk to the dresser, I can talk to the garbage can, and nobody can do a dang thing about it. Because there's no law saying I cannot talk to certain things. But you got a choice. I can stare at you, a wall into you, or I can actually talk to something, or talk to myself. I'm not hurting you. I'm not doing anything to you, so I don't know why it's such a big issue. That's right, because you don't understand it. The world you live in, everybody's perfect. Well, not in the world I live in. You scratch to survive. That's the world we live in. We don't drive big fancy fucking... Whoop. Sorry, I apologize for that word. We don't drive no long fancy cars. We drive junkers. We drive cars that are probably in the 90s and 80s, while you drive stuff in the 2010s, 2015s. Big difference. We have a console TV. You have a big screen TV. We have a CD. We have a tape player. You have a CD player. You have a 8 gigabyte computer. I've got a 1 gigabyte computer. You kind of get the point here. That's the point. Deal with it. That's all I can say. Deal with it. I don't know. And about 8 minutes left. So this is called Breakfast with Jeff, the real world. I apologize for cursing. I didn't mean to. I do once in a while curse, and I don't even know I do it until I actually pay attention to it. So I do apologize for the swearing. Yeah, believe it or not, I am actually apologizing for cursing, and the reason why I'm doing that is this is a show. It's supposed to be a general audience show. It's not supposed to be PG-13 or anything. So when I curse, I kind of screw up a little bit there. And yes, this is a video, so I can't, I don't have little blips that go beep beep. So this is unedited stuff. So that's as far as that goes. Resolution to all this is, you see is what you get. I'm not changing. I don't need to sit here and stop being what I'm going to be because people in this world don't understand it. That's the world we live in. And by the way, nice guys do finish last. You can be the nicest guy in the world, but you can be treated like garbage. You could sit here and be the guy that walks the old lady across the street. You can be the guy that opens the door for a handicapped man. You could be the guy who makes sure that the road ain't slippery so the girl doesn't slip and fall on her butt. But even though you do all that good stuff, you're still treated like dog crap. So believe me, nice guys do not finish last. They definitely finish last. So what do? You just turn yourself into somebody who's not nice. You can be nice to people that be nice to you. Give them the opportunity, and that's it. If they screwed up, that's their problem. Strike one. You sit here and you judge me, strike one. You don't like what you see, that's your problem, not mine. Then what am I supposed to do? Just quit being who I'm going to be because you don't like what you see? Whatever. Okay, I got about 6 minutes left, so I will get on with this. Actually, make it 5. This is Breakfast with Jeff, Real World 2. As you see, I'm a little agitated. I apologize. I cursed. I just slipped out. I apologize to my viewers about that. I didn't mean to do that. Yes, I am apologizing for cursing because this is supposed to be a basic show. It's not, usually does not have cursive words on it. But sometimes I get a little bit heated and I don't even realize I say it. I don't have no blipper, little push button that goes beep, so I apologize for that. But I try keeping these videos as fresh and original as I can. Since I have 6 minutes left, I got to go through my, actually 5 minutes left. I'll go through my business, my promotion stuff. Freemake.com is for Freemake audio converter, video converter, and of course other stuff. Don't forget www.freemake.com. Also, I'm using another program which is called ImageBurn. You can check that out. This is actually my last video for the night. I'll probably be cutting it off till tomorrow. Then we'll have 2 more new episodes. Just check them out. At least I will get these uploaded as fast and as quick as I can. I apologize if I was, kind of mean in the show, but it's a very heated conversation is all I'm saying. So, okay, I got about 4 minutes left. So I got about 4 minutes left. I just want to say, thank you. That's all I can say. To my viewers, thank you. Blip, I'm sorry. I cannot do Blip no more. They will not let me upload. So you got to go to YouTube. You got to go to Facebook. Google, you can just simply do a Google search and bring it up. So if you don't know where Google is, all you do is do a search, up, basically come up. So just type in the title of this one, which will be called Breakfast with Jeff, Real World 2. And then you'll check it out and it'll be on there. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, Jeff Sigsworth. That's simple as that. And just type in on Facebook Jeff's Web Shows, and there will be the new episodes. So that's as far as that goes. Okay, I got about 3 minutes left. I'm going to say arrivederci. I'm going to say I hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you next time for Breakfast with Jeff and in memory of. This is Breakfast with Jeff, and I'm just going to have a good time. So until then, folks, you have a good night. We'll see you. Since we have about 3 minutes left, I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and talk a little bit. And once I get done, I'll say goodbye as soon as the video is down to the thing. You guys try keeping these within a half an hour. And the reason why I'm close to the screen is because I'm checking the time to see how much I got. About 2 minutes left here. So I just wait for the 2 minutes to come up and then we'll be off. So I will just finish up here. We got about 2 minutes left, so still about 120 seconds to say, everybody, hope you had an interesting day. I apologize for the video, for the cursive words I said. I didn't mean to do it. This is supposed to be a basically general audience show. Sometimes I kind of slip a word out, and I don't mean to. I thank you to all my viewers, the people that do watch my shows. Thank you. And don't forget to, since we have a little bit of time, don't forget to go type in Jeff's Web Shows for Facebook, Jeff Sigsworth for YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and we'll be all set there. So I had about a little over 60 seconds left, so I'm going to sit up here a little bit, so you're going to see my face a little bit closer, because I have we're going to be officially 1 minute here, 30 seconds left. So we're just going to let this go within about 60 seconds. So I'm going to sit back here a little bit. I'll be going up to the camera real close again to shut off the camera to say goodbye. And because I only have about 30 seconds left here. Yeah, we're up to 20 seconds, so I apologize. I just want to make sure I get this at 30 minutes, exactly 30 minutes. So everybody that watches, thank you. And we'll see you next time for Breakfast with Jeff. Until then, we're going to say arrivederci and all that good happy horse stuff. So we're going to wait 20 seconds here. Just waiting here. We got about... Okay, we're getting ready. Folks, from everybody here at Breakfast with Jeff, have a good night. We'll see you until then. Everybody have a good night. Breakfast with Jeff. Real World 2. So long.